Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Evora Bentley. I am your faith and wealth coach, helping others to change their minds so that they can then begin to see their world change around them. If this is your first time tuning in, I am an entrepreneur, a licensed life insurance broker. I am an author. I am a holistic healer, right? I am a goddess just out here living to be all that the Most High has created me to be. So last week I posted a video and I shared I was going to start bringing some episodes titled How Frustration is a Sign of Evolution. Yes, frustration is a sign of evolution. So in these episodes, I am going to be sharing my journey, specifically sharing how I went from religion to spirituality. So I have a disclaimer, first of all. Whatever you believe, this is not to condemn your belief. Even if I'm sharing how the belief that I walked away from is what you believe in, always remember I'm sharing my story. So if you find yourself being triggered by something I say, because I may at one point in time agree, but I no longer agree, please remember that, triggers are always internal. Y'all, I hope my mic is picking up good. My neighbor just came out walking their dog, so I hope you guys can hear everything pretty good. I'm out here, I got my feet in the grass, doing some grounding while I'm doing this video, and I really love just this is my spot, to be honest. I don't know if y'all can see, I'm out here on my yoga mat. I'll come out here and I'll put my feet in the ground. This is like a sanctuary for me. Please excuse, hope you guys don't hear any noise. I do live on a golf course and sometimes they come through right through. Hopefully everything will be good and I don't have to do too much editing that I'm low-key still working on. But anyways, let me get to the meat and what I wanted to share in this first episode. I want to share how my mother was diagnosed with breast cancer at 40 and she passed at 43. And the frustration that I felt when my mother passed. See, when my mother passed 3 years after being diagnosed with breast cancer, and I had all of these questions, not understanding. And, people told me stuff like God knew what was best. She's gone home to glory. Jesus needed her more. I sat with so much frustration, y'all, believe it or not, for 20 years. And the reason why I say 20 years, because the religion that I grew up in, the belief in the concept of who I was told about God from Christianity, is definitely a different experience of God that I actually encounter today. So because of that belief from Christianity, and you're told you don't question God, I was told how God knew what was best. I didn't understand things about health and the holistic, how mind, body, spirit, and soul is all connected. But there was this frustration and there was this fear because I wanted to walk away from Christianity at the age of 18, but I actually did not walk away until 20 years later. There were some questions I asked, right? And I'm being led to share my story because somebody who's watching this video, you may be in the same situation. You may have went through or somehow you can relate, right? So I remember questions that I asked. God, I asked this silently. I couldn't ask my family members or say this out loud. Even at the age of 18, I was just so shut down, right? Because of this belief. God, how did you need my mom more? Why would you take my mom away when I need my mom, right? God, why didn't you save my mom? God, why did I see my uncles come over here praying, yelling in the name of Jesus, but you did not heal her? What kind of God are you? I don't understand this. All of these things was inside of me at the age of 18, y'all, and I couldn't say anything because I was so afraid. I was so afraid that if I questioned the concept of who I told who God was, that I would be punished, that I would be condemned to hell. But years later, I understand that there are so many different things. And now when I was brought up and told not to question God, I questioned God. And out of the questions that I asked God, I realized that sickness does not come from God. We are told all kind of different stuff. God gave this person this battle, or God put you through. Now, God, I do believe, teaches you as you go through your battles and your trials. But let's be honest. It wasn't Jesus that made my mama sick and God took her away because God knew what was best. Because again, that's what I was told. It was the fact of not understanding how my mother became sick and not understanding her trauma and the whole holistic thing. Why am I sharing this? Because if we do not ask questions, just like we were told not to ask God questions, then we won't be able to get to the root of it. Now, because of the fact that I was shut down, I was so much fear, and I didn't ask the questions, but I did my research. 20 years later, afterwards, I was finally able to walk away from Christianity. I was finally able to look back over my own life, my own encounters, and to really know who God is for me. This was so much frustration for so many years. It shut me down. I could not be me. There was no liberty, none whatsoever. And then after walking away, so much fear of being judged. What is my family going to say? What are they going to think about me? Because I no longer believe in their concept in this Jesus God. I no longer believe what I was told to believe, and put so much fear within me that if I don't believe this, then I'm going to be condemned to hell. Y'all, this is just the first episode. I don't want to make these videos too long, but I'm just here to share my journey. I'm here for whatever enlightenment I could bring to anyone else who can relate. And this is what I want to tell you. It's so important for you to understand that frustration is going to come when you block out the voice in you, when you block out the God in you. See, I was raised that everything was happening from a God outside of me, but God actually lives within me. And God speaks to me and guides me. But when you find yourself blocking out that voice and so much frustration is happening around you, I need you to know, baby, this frustration is just a sign of evolution. The frustration is a sign of evolution. In my next video, I'm going to share my encounters, how I blocked out the God in me, which brought so much frustration. But if it wasn't for it, I wouldn't have arrived to this evolution of the woman who I am today. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please comment, like, subscribe, and share. Remember always, when you change your mind, you will then begin to see your world change around you. I love y'all. Talk to you next video. Peace.